In this video, we are going to break down Good Boy through Indy's perspective and look how the dog processes fear, stress, and the feeling that something is terribly wrong. We will also talk about what the strange things in the house might mean, why Indy reacts the way he does, and how understanding the movie through the dog's eyes makes the movie a whole lot easier to understand. Good Boy is one of the most interesting horror films I've seen in a while because the entire thing is from the dog's perspective. That's right, the dog's perspective. I think the movie gets less confusing once you realize, basically, you're watching Todd's illness through Indy's terrified dog's brain. His body taking the stress, seeing things differently, and he's having visual representations.
Dude, you have to pick up your phone. Todd?
No, he's not responding. He's unconscious. I don't know. I just found him like this.
Because I don't think Indy is just seeing ghosts. I think the movie is showing us a dog subconsciously processing Todd's illness, stress, and death through terrifying imagery that cannot fully be understood by a poor little dog. And when I started seeing it that way, that really did change how I saw the movie. I was like, oh, this isn't scary anymore. Now, the audience is not protecting the human anymore. We're protecting the dog. Like, seriously, the second Indy walks into the creepy house, my brain was thinking initially was, oh no, something bad's gonna happen to that dog, that poor dog. And that genius, because dogs feel vulnerable in a different way than humans do. They can smell danger, hear danger, sense danger, but they cannot fully process it like we do. So right away, the movie creates this lower into the ground perspective where everything feels strange. Hallways feel bigger, shadows feel more threatening, sounds feel scarier, and the movie never fully explains things because honestly, why would it? Figure it out, right? Indy is a dog's name.
Like Indiana.
We named the dog Indiana.
Dog? You are named after the dog?
Hey guys, by the way, if you like movie breakdowns like this, where we go deeper and reviews and find hidden meanings and things, then subscribe. You see, I'm trying to hit that 1,000 subscriber goal. Every single subscriber genuinely helps the channel. So thanks guys for your support. This is what happened in the movie. We're joining Todd and Indy, who are moving into their old grandfather's house. It's a passed down generational home. And immediately people are basically like, why are you doing this? Come on, man. His sister is hounding the crud out of Todd. Like, what are you doing? I should come down there. He's like, leave me alone. He's being kind of a big baby about it. And you don't know what's going on at this point. So you're like, why is he being such a big baby? It's kind of weird. Is the house haunted or what happened in this house? What's so bad? We don't know this at the time, but Todd is sick from the very beginning. Constant coughing, weakness, blood. And Indy immediately noticed something is wrong. So shadows and mud creatures, nightmares, creepy stuff outside in the woods. It all starts to feel less random. Initially, all the ghosts and visuals that the dog is seeing, that we see the dog seeing and hiding from, and noises and stuff, we're like, oh no, there's ghosts or something in there. It all starts to feel less like random ghosts and more like a way a dog would process emotionally all this strangeness that's going on with him, the death, his owner acting differently. I mean, Todd, I don't know how Todd is normally. I get the impression he was very loving with his dog, and now he's being cranky and snappy with him. It's like, well, gosh, I'm scared. Don't treat me like a jerk.
So get the fuck out of here.
There's even a scene where Indy hides under the bed. He's scared. Todd's acting weird. He's freaking out. He goes under the bed to hide. He's like, oh no, who's coming up the stairs? And instead of Todd, like if you were normal, healthy, you might say, oh, honey, what's going on? He'd be consoled and told you're okay. Everything's fine. Instead, he just all of a sudden gets grabbed and dragged out. Not horribly abusive, but not caring. They're like, hey, get out from over there. Because Todd just doesn't have the energy. He like lays down to go to sleep because he can't do it anymore. See, dogs constantly look for their owners for, are we safe? Should we panic? But Todd cannot regulate Indy anymore because Todd himself is dying and is very random emotionally. He just doesn't have the energy. So guys, do you think from watching, if you saw this movie, do you think that the haunting was literal ghosts or Indy's subconscious processing Todd dying? Because I think it was definitely the stress was from Indy's subconscious processing the world without Todd and trying to express it. It reminded me a lot of the like night terrors I had when I was a child. That's what they were like. They were fun. Then there's this whole scene where he sees Bandit. Maybe he knew Bandit or something, but Bandit was his grandfather who passed, golden retriever, and he gets images of him. He sees him like leading them places and stuff, and he follows them or doesn't. And it's like, is that my future? Is that what happens to dogs when they stay too long? You know, did that dog not let go? And then Indy finds Bandit's remains in the cellar. Now, I don't really think they're there because, again, Todd doesn't see them. People be alarmed by dog remains, like bones. You'd be like, oh my gosh. So, again, that's the dog showing the remains like that. And I just don't believe it were random ghosts. I believe it really was the poor dog's processing of the stress and fear in his world closing in. Now, when he sees Bandit at that point, and Todd gets sick and Indy's freaking out and barking, you know, like, these things here, blah, 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 blah. Well, what does Todd do? Todd grabs him and ties him outside to the doghouse in the rain. So Indy can go inside the doghouse. That's cool. But I have a feeling that doghouse is used like never. So it's kind of uncool. Well, Indy freaks out, finally does get into the doghouse after being soaking wet. Freaks out, jerks off, breaks the chain because he sees things, and he takes off into the wild and never to be seen again. No, just kidding. He gets caught by a fox trap, which are like snares. So it just gets around his neck and holds him there. And then, I don't know, I can't believe it's Todd or the hunter neighbor who feels the need that he can set traps everywhere, like on other people's land. Like, no, but whatever. They save him, bring him back. So right there, even the outdoors don't feel safe anymore. Just the outdoors at night in the rain and thunder. The horror spreads everywhere. See, that's what happened. To where he's got to get the hell out of here. Todd is dying, and it's just getting overwhelming for the poor dog. Now, the ending is Todd dies, and the sister comes over, and they get Indy. And because of the dog's poor acting, the dog's perfectly happy the next scene, enjoying the air, hanging his head out the window. That might be trying to say, well, see, he moved on. But we all know dogs do hold on to that stuff, so the dog will be depressed at times and just lay there, blah. That's very possible until it gets over it. But that's how it is, guys. And I hope you liked my video. And until next time, peace. Yeah, boy.